Here I'm just sending off a few Zerglings, as I do, just to have a little scout. You can see I've got myself an expansion on the left hand side. That's pretty far way for him to go, and I think it's unlikely he's going to spot it, so that's why I decided to go for that. I've got to try and get myself another expansion because I've got way too many drones, as we can see. I mean, that's 25 drones. Those minerals are definitely saturated. Here the hydralisks are going to be doing some awesome damage. Look at them go. Now he should have probably stayed and fought there, but I guess he wasn't too sure. If he did, I certainly would have ran back up my ramp, because I only want to sort of try and push him away, scare him, make him think I'm stronger than I am. Now I've definitely got a lot of hydras to deal with that. That should definitely beat my hydra army, but if I play carefully and cleverly with my hydra, hit run, especially in the fast creep, because they're very slow off the creep, but when they're on the creep they are super fast. So yeah, you only really want to use your hydras as much as possible on creep, which is why I'm spamming these creep tumors all over the place. He just killed one. Oh dear. I guess when a creep tumor is being made, it isn't invisible. It goes invisible once it's been made. So I'm untouched. They do such good DPS. DPS is damage per second, in case you didn't know. But I imagine a lot of people know what that is. Here I'm just sending off a few Zerglings, as I do, just to have a little scout. You can see I've got myself an expansion on the left hand side. That's pretty far way for him to go, and I think it's unlikely he's going to spot it, so that's why I decided to go for that. I've got to try and get myself another expansion because I've got way too many drones, as we can see. I mean, that's 25 drones. Those minerals are definitely saturated. Here the hydralisks are going to be doing some awesome damage. Look at them go. Now he should have probably stayed and fought there, but I guess he wasn't too sure. If he did, I certainly would have ran back up my ramp, because I only want to sort of try and push him away, scare him, make him think I'm stronger than I am. Now I've definitely got a lot of hydras to deal with that. That should definitely beat my hydra army, but if I play carefully and cleverly with my hydra, hit run, especially in the fast creep, because they're very slow off the creep, but when they're on the creep they are super fast. So yeah, you only really want to use your hydras as much as possible on creep, which is why I'm spamming these creep tumors all over the place. He just killed one. Oh dear. I guess when a creep tumor is being made, it isn't invisible. It goes invisible once it's been made. So I see he's going up here. That's because he spotted my expansion. I said I didn't think he would, but he did manage to. I tried to get a Zergling to stop that probe, but the Zergling wasn't fast enough to stop it in time. So what's going to happen here is he's going to go for this expansion, which is fine by me because I've only got a couple of drones there, whilst I take out his much more important expansion. If I can deny him this expansion, then I'm going to be in a much greater advantage than him by taking out that one. Seriously. There we go. Look how fast that went down. I only clicked off the screen for a moment there. The Hydra damage is insane. So the more upgrades you can get on Hydras, the better as well. With the old evolution chamber, which the second upgrade is about to come off. If we look at this now, they do 13 damage at the moment. Now they're doing 14 damage. Doesn't sound like much, but believe me, when they're attacking this fast, you can see them go. They're going crazy. Now I notice that he's going back, so I'm not going to get too carried away. I'm going to want to pull these Hydras back, because the last thing I want him to do is to catch my Hydras off guard and block them off from getting back to my base, because I'm not confident on taking that army on with that amount of Hydras. And I've also got to stop him from coming and destroying these spine crawlers, which is why I'm sacrificing these Hydralisks right now. And that's paid off, to be honest, because he wanted to get his zealots in front, so that's bought me just a bit more time. Now the spine crawlers are all going up, and I've got a whole bucket load of Hydralisks. This is really good for me right now. I'll get my hatchery guaranteed now with all these Hydra spine crawlers to defend it. So I've got a whole ton of Hydralisks. They're getting nicely upgraded. He's decided to go for a sneaky expansion up here. I've decided to re-expand because what I didn't show you earlier is I hid a drone in the smoke screen over here, which he didn't bother to check because he obviously wanted to keep the pressure on me. So yes, if you're watching, make sure you check the smoke screens if you destroy an expansion nearby it, just to make sure that they haven't hid anything. Just sort of send one unit, go smoke screen, and then patrol around the sort of like fog of war areas. That way, you know there's definitely nothing there, rather than leaving the place and thinking, what if you had a drone there? Oh, it's too late to go back there now. You know, just remember these things. You know, the more you play, the better you get, the more it becomes part of your system, part of your natural macro and micro, really. So that expansion is going up, and these probes are going to be wanting to go on it very soon. Now I'm sending off my little Zerglings and a couple of Hydralisks to deal with this, because I want to fight him with my main army over here, distract him, pull him back. Now if you see here an Overseer, now the game I should have put up before this, or one of the games I put up recently before this, I want to get up the ramp here, by the way, push him off. He's definitely not going to take me whilst I'm sitting up at that ramp. Is an Overseer, okay, an Overseer, because what has he got? Dark Templar. Now, I didn't even scout for that Dark Shrine. I simply made the Overseer because of a game that I lost to a Protoss earlier today, where he went Dark Templar, and I just completely and utterly forgot that Protoss could do it, and that he would actually do it, to be quite frank. So, yes, that Overseer has saved me big time. Those Hydralisks can bring down those Dark Templars in seconds, so he's got really nothing to hold me off now. Enjoy reading the text whilst I'm going at it, because he's got nothing to mine here. He's got no expansion, so it is basically over for him, whilst I've still got my expansion. And a highly oversaturated mineral field. Look at that. There we go. All the probes, drones have just run out of minerals to get, so I'm going to have to bring them down here. So what have I got here? I have a lot of Hydras, basically, 27. And that Overseer, so crucial you get that sort of mid-game. Just watch the game that I uploaded, like, probably about, it will probably come up on YouTube about 4 to 6 hours before this game comes up. And my god, if I got an Overseer, I so should have won that last game. But having an Overseer here is basically a lesson learned from it. So it's worth losing games, you know. You live and learn. You learn a lot from losing, to be quite frank. So as you can see, I've learned a lot. So yes, the Overseer is something I made not because I scouted and saw the Dark Shrine, but simply because I got owned by another Protoss that got Dark Templar, and I just didn't see it coming. So now I'm always going to get an Overseer as a Zerg player versus Protoss, sort of like 8 to 10 minutes within the game, just in case he does go for Dark Templar at any point. Because they're not too expensive to get. 50 minerals, 100 Thespian gas, you know, it's pretty good all round. It's basically all I'm doing is explaining to him, as I would be explaining to you right now, my opinions on the game, what I would have done, what he should have done. I just tell it how it is, really, you know, from my own experiences. Maybe I am wrong, maybe I'm right, who knows. All I can do is give him the best advice I can possibly do. That way he can benefit from it. I've benefited from this game, really. I mean, I hope you've benefited from this, because really, this game was all about keeping control of your opponent, basically. That's what this game was about. Manipulating them, wasting their time, buying yourself time, so you can get a high economy to then pump out mass Hydras and then absolutely decimate whatever it is he has got. That's what this was all about. That's my whole intention the entire game. It wasn't a fluke. I didn't think, oh wow, I just got the spine crawlers up in time. Wow, if I didn't, I would have lost. There was only one moment where I said earlier where I would have lost. But at the same time, I was playing with his mind, and it paid off for me, because he decided to back off when he didn't need to, because he was thinking, well, what does this guy have? He really could have something to really just completely beat me off here. So he didn't want to take the risk of ending the game there for himself, even though it would have ended it for me. So yes, like I say, it's all about control. It's all about playing with your opponent's head, basically, if you're going to be going economy. And that's where Zerglings are fantastic units, because you can just do awesome harass with them all the time. You can have them sitting around the place, running into expansions, just scatting about. You know, it really pays off just to use a few Zerglings, even if you're not going to really use them to attack or do any damage, just to waste your opponent's time and buy yourself time. Okay, I think I said the same thing probably quite a lot of times now, so I think you've probably got the picture. So I'll finish this off already. I'm just doing the witty dance. This is a patented copyright witty dance. You saw it here. It's actually been done on one of my very early videos, to be quite frank, and someone said I should have copyright patented it, so I'm doing it now. It's a little patrol spaz dance that they do. It's basically a victory dance. So, enough yapping. I'll let you go now. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, rate and comment. Bye for now.